Hi guys, welcome to the video. So today we're going to be looking at a new build I've put together. It's for solo PvE. I've just put up a video there as well of me running a heroic level mission with this. It was an invaded mission and I didn't have any problems at all. I was killing all the NPCs really quickly, all the heavies, and even the boss went down without much of a trouble. So without further ado, let's just pop into the build. Okay, so here we are. As you can see, I'm using the gunner specialization. This is because ammo is going to be an issue with this build, so I put this on just to get extra ammo plus extra kind of gunner abilities you get with it. I'm not using the gas grenade because I don't like those kind of stuff, so I'm just using the standard concussion grenade. Now, I am using the Pestilence as my primary weapon, although you could probably use this build with any other LMG. I got this the other day and I've been quite enjoying using it. As you can see, a really nice load on here, and the reason the Pestilence is really good is because of the Plague of the Outcast ability here. Hits apply a debuff dealing 100% weapon damage over 10 seconds. This stacks up to 50 times. Whenever an enemy dies with this debuff, all stacks are transferred to a nearby enemy within 25 meters. Huge damage buff from this. This is the thing, it doesn't look like it's a huge damage here, but you've got to add on all of this as well. It basically means that you don't need to even finish killing enemies. You can just get them down to about half health, 2/3 health, and then just change targets. It can really be very handy, and I'm really enjoying it actually. I'm not much of an LMG guy, but I've been really enjoying using this. So my secondary weapon as well is also something quite new. It's the Artist Tool Rifle. You don't need to use this, I just wanted to try it out and I've been quite enjoying it. Now what's the thing with this is it gives you perfect rifleman. Landing headshots adds a stack of bonus 11% weapon damage for 5 seconds. Max stack is 6 and additional headshots refresh the duration. This is a really nice thing to kind of buff the damage of this build up. It's something I would use if I was having to engage targets at medium to long range. As such, I put on the 8x scope here. You could probably get away with the 12 times if you really wanted to, but I like the 8x. I'm quite used to it now as well. But as I said, again, this build, you don't need to use this. You can put on anything you want here. And then my backup is just going to be a D50 here, just because it gives you spike, and also because I'm trying to move away from just having every build with backup boomstick. I'm trying to use new stuff basically. So the gear pieces we're going to be using, I'm using a 2-piece Murakami. This gives you plus 20% skill duration and plus 15% repair skills. It's really handy for this build, and I've rolled onto it repair skills, skill damage, though I might change that, we'll just have to wait and see. And then I've got a repair skills mod on here. My backup is going to be 1 piece of Alp Summit for the extra repair skills here. I rolled onto this repair skills. I'd rather have another skill one here, but it is what it is. And then I've put on another skill, repair skill here. Now the talent I'm going to be using is Companion. So whilst you're within 5 meters of an ally or skill, total weapon damage is increased by 15%. Now this is procced from your drone, which I'll show you in 2 seconds. So you're pretty much constantly going to have this active. My chest piece is 1 piece of Petrov. This is for the LMG damage. As you can see, I do have 2 pieces, which gives you extra weapon handling, which is, as we've seen in the videos from other creators, will be a very important skill in the future. Even if they do nerf it a little bit, I still think it's going to be a much more important skill to have, especially for LMGs. I have also rolled on to weapon handling onto the build here. I'd obviously rather have put it onto weapon damage, but this wasn't very rolled very well, so I put it onto this as well. And then I've got a headshot damage here. Now some people might go with critical hit chance, critical hit damage. I would always go for headshot damage unless I'm building a crit build, purely because this is a base damage. You're going to get this whenever you shoot someone in the head. It's not a critical chance, it's not an RNG, it's definite. And the talent I'm going to be using is a kinetic momentum. Now this is one of my favourite solo PvE talents. When in combat, each skill generates a stack while active or not on cooldown. Stacks increase your total skill damage by 1% and total skill repair by 2%, up to 15 stacks per skill. What this means is when these are both active and full level, you're essentially 1 or 2 tiers up when it comes to your skill levels. You are going to be able to heal really well. You're going to be able to do lots of damage. My turret is doing, I think, about 90,000 damage. Add that onto my LMG and the proc as well. You're dealing a lot of damage going outwards. It's one of my favourite talents I can get for PvE. My gloves, I have the contractors here, probably best in slot for LMG builds. Weapon damage, and then it's the damage to armor, that's what you want. And then I've put on headshot damage as well, which is also nice. I am using one piece of whatever this is, Seska. Yeah, Seska. Just because of extra damage buff. I didn't have anything better to put onto this one right now for damage. I just needed a little more damage output. So this gives me critical hit chance, which is always nice. Plus weapon damage, plus more critical hit chance, and repair skills, which is actually a really nice kind of role for this build. I probably will change this out when I find a better item for it. And the last piece is going to be my second Murakami, just rolled for skill damage and repair skills. If I had a perfect choice, I'd probably put on skill haste, because you don't really need skill damage, but you know, it's not going to harm this build at all to have it. So that's the gear, guys. Let's pop into the skills. I am using the Repairer Drone. This gives me 73,417 heals per second. I put onto this duration, health, and armor repair. Now, I did used to use drones quite a lot because I didn't have very good mods for them, but I found at least 2 of these within the last few days, which I was quite happy about. And my second ability I'm going to be using is the Assault Turret. This just helps really increase your damage output, and it's also really handy at just suppressing enemies and protecting your flank. And on this I've rolled onto health, damage, and skill duration. Now the build itself, to proc kinetic momentum, you've got to go hurt yourself. Now when I launch my drone now, you can see I've got the little cat, that means my companion is procced. And when you can see the 2 kinetic momentums as well, slowly ticking up, that means that my skill damage and skill repair are increasing to the point where you can see my repair skills are actually really quite nice. I'm not going to be able to face tank enemies, but I can hide behind cover and repair back up to full health within just a few seconds. And with the drone, unlike the hive, it stays with me and continuously heals me as long as it's active. Now, when you're shooting targets, the only bad thing with the rifle range is you can't proc the Pestilence ability, but you saw there, I'm doing around 250,000 damage on average. Now you can imagine that with the procs for your Pestilence and your turret. You know, 76,800 damage from the turret. Okay. So, if you want to, I mean, as I said, I did just put up a video of me running this, so if you want to see this build in full action with the Pestilence proc, plus the turret, plus my actual LMG damage, you can see how quickly I can take enemies down. Yeah, so guys, I hope you enjoy this build. It's taken me about a week to kind of get it all working because I never had any of this gear in my stash, so I had to go and farm it and get the resources to continuously change stuff. So I hope you guys appreciate how much work I put into this, but I've been really enjoying running it. And yeah, if you guys do want to use it, please let me know. If you enjoy it, let me know. Can you please remember to like and subscribe? It's really appreciated. And I will see you in the next video, guys. Take care.